Shalom from Karen Biavna. Vayi bin sa Aaron vayomer Moshe Kuma Hashem v'yafutu oivecha v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha. As the Aaron travels in front of the camp, in front of the Jewish people that are out to conquer the land of Israel, so Moshe Rabbeinu offers a prayer. V'yafutu oivecha v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha. That God's enemies should be scattered, those that hate God should flee. Who are those enemies? Who are those that hate God? So Rashi writes, Rashi writes, Elu sonei Yisrael, shekol hasonei es Yisrael, sonei es misha amar v'ayah ha'olam. However, there's a slightly different girsa in Rashi, which says, Kol sonei es Yisrael, ki'ilu sonei es misha amar v'ayah ha'olam. I'd like to suggest that perhaps there is somewhat of a difference between these two girsaos. Both ideas, of course, are true, but nevertheless, there are two distinct ideas being expressed according to each girsa. Why is it that the enemies of the Jewish people are associated with the enemies of God? So one could understand this in one of two ways. One approach we could take is the following. Often you have two countries that will sign some sort of friendship pact in which they state that an attack on one will be viewed as an attack on the other. Along similar lines, one might say that God, out of his love for the Jewish people, says that if anybody attacks the Jewish people, I'll take it personally, so to speak, and God will then defend the Jewish people. This fits with the girsa, Kol mi shesonei et Yisrael, ki'ilu sonei es mi she'amar v'ayah ha'olam. However, according to the other girsa, Kol sonei es Yisrael, sonei es mi she'amar v'ayah ha'olam, there's a different idea that's being expressed over here. Why is it that there's so much anti-Semitism? Why is it that the world hates the Jews? Is it because we are too rich? Is it because we're too poor? Because we're too capitalist? Because we're too communist? There's no clear explanation except for the fact that, as the Midrash says, Har Sinai is associated with the word sin'ah. Misham yarda sin'ah la'olam. The Jewish people in this world, we represent God. We represent the idea of a God-given morality, a God-given set of standards. And that is not very popular in our world. And being that's the case, the nations of the world hate the Jewish people because in effect they hate God. They hate what the Jewish people represents. Since Migdal Bavel, it's been clear that at the time of Migdal Bavel, it became clear that to fight God directly didn't work. So the next best thing, from the perspective of the non-Jews, is to fight the Jewish people that represent God. This is what Rashi is saying according to the Girsa, Kol mi shesonei et Yisrael, sonei et misha amar v'ayah ha'olam. The nations of the world, when they're fighting the Jewish people, really what they're trying to do is to fight against God. The Jewish people in general, and especially our brave, courageous soldiers, the religious, and many of those that are not religious yet, they certainly appreciate the close relationship we have with the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they also understand that we're fighting in the name of God's honor. May we be worthy in their merit to see the fulfillment of Moshe Rabbeinu's tefillah and our tefillah as well. Kuma Hashem v'yafutzu oivecha v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha. Hashem oz la'mo yiten, Hashem yivrech es amo b'shalom. Shabbat shalom.